a Dredfunn original production. Please sit back and enjoy.
Hey guys, Dredfunn here with another one of my video time-lapse uploads. I peruse Facebook from time to time, like everybody else. I like to use it as a business medium, as well as, to keep in touch with family, and, sometimes to find interesting images. And I got a few people that I know that do tattoos, and they uploaded this image of a tattoo artist named Massacre. Never, really knew her, but I'd seen images of her. But this particular one that you're seeing here, I saw this image and I just knew I had to draw it in a comic book style. So for those of you who don't know, Massacre, she's on the TLC series New York Inc. She's also on America's Worst Tattoos. And she's the co-founder of Grit and Glory Studio, as well as it's a boutique, a clothing boutique in New York. So, I got this image and went about laying it out in pencil, like I do in my comic book style. I tend to be more of a traditional artist, where, I'll do it first with pencil, then I will ink it with pens, and then watercolor it, which isn't so traditional for comic books, but something I like to do because I can reproduce it in a very similar fashion, and I'm able to tweak it in certain ways. So I then will do a final ink where I use an ink brush as well as my waterproof Indian ink. Sometimes I'll use this prior to that and then do a final ink. But with this one, I laid it all down and then touched it up with the finish ink, and then threw some creepy trees in the background where I lay down some water. And then take that waterproof ink, like I said many times before, it'll have a chemical reaction, it'll splay out. And if you time it right, it can go into like these neat little gray tones. So that's what I did in the background. Again, when you're doing it in comic book style, I mean, there's a couple ways I approach it. One way, I'll draw it simply as I would see it, with maybe a reference and not so much focusing on getting the real dimensions down, the perfection of the eyes, the nose-mouth ratio. With realistic pencils, I tend to want to have those. So this is like a combination, sort of, where I'm doing it in a realistic style, focusing on trying to make it look as real as I can, look like the beautiful Massacre. I almost call her mascara. I can't no spell good, so sometimes men read no, God none. Anyway, so and then you're trying to recreate this image. You're limited by lines. Like I said, in a lot of traditional art, I'll do a lot of cross hatching and single hatching. With this one, I didn't. She's got a very clean, pale complexion that really makes the tattoo stand out. Not only is she a tattoo artist herself, she's also a masterpiece. She's been tatted up, and it's very beautiful. A lot of really intricate lines. I'm sure she's probably done some of it herself, and as well as having colleagues do it. So I wanted to do that shot. It shows her, I think her knees are up around her chest, and she's sort of like this. So I just took it from there up and focused on the tattoos of it looks like a wooden skull, and some woodland stuff, as well as a lot of flowers on the one shoulder, and I think it's a dragon on the other shoulder. And then, even though the hair is different, this was kind of one of those ones where I intended it to be more of a softer pink to yellowy kind of color. It kind of came out orangey to yellowy, so we went with it, and I did the final ink, and I like it. I think it looks obviously just like her, but again, I limited myself to just sticking to the comic book style and tradition. So I hope we can upload this, and she can check it out on Facebook, and maybe some of the tattoo fans we can crossbreed our artwork. Because I got a lot of respect for tattoo artists. I do get a lot of requests for people. They're like, "Hey man, can you do a tattoo for me?" And my first response is usually a polite, "Why don't you find a tattoo artist that you like and respect, and go to them with your ideas?" Because that's a whole different medium. If they're persistent, of course, yes, I can do a tattoo, and usually most tattoo artists will take an image and have no problem with it. But usually it's just out of respect for those that do that craft. I mean, I make a mistake, I erase it. You make a mistake as a tattoo artist, and, well, shit hits the fan. Anyways, hope you guys like this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Dredfunn out.
This has been a Dredfunn.com production. Thanks for watching.